6:30 in the morning, walking the dog. No hour-long commute this morning. Looks like no neighbors out. Let's just record a video. Why not? So I've had probably, 100, no lie, half-written blog posts just sitting on my computer. One of those is how I got started learning Avid Media Composer. I figured why not just talk my way through it instead of letting it sit there half written on my computer. So, how did I get started learning Avid Media Composer? I took the long route, but it was a fast route. I'll say I got up to speed with Media Composer in about 2 months, and then really about 6 months in, I felt really confident. The first 2 months, here's what I did. I just kind of want to walk you guys through this in case, maybe you got some time in your hands where you can learn a new software. So what I did, I had the book, because back then it was a book, probably about this thick, and about 500-600 pages from Avid itself, because you used to get this big like cardboard box that had the user manual, some effects guide, and a whole bunch of other things. So what I did every day, every night actually, I would read about 2 chapters or a chapter, take a bunch of notes, sticky noted and whatnot, and the next day go into the office and practice what I learned the night before. So it was about multicam editing, even though I wasn't even doing multicam editing then, or haven't really much since, because this was about 11 years ago. I'd go in, take what I learned, and then group the clips together, use the different multicam options, and bam, then I knew multicam. And it wasn't always so smooth as the next day I would be a master at it. Sometimes it was just a couple skills at a time. It was all right. At the very beginning, it was just learning patching audio tracks, and just spending the next day while I'm at the office, besides just messing around trying to figure out how to do anything, that day I'd be focused on, all right, I'm going to patch tracks, from the source over to the record side, figure out how to do that. Because, at the beginning, especially, I hadn't really edited ever. And then jumping into Media Composer, which is just a different animal itself. And there's a neighbor. This is awkward. Where was I? Jumping into Media Composer itself. Quite the struggle for, kind of a first-time editor. So, yeah, it's kind of a slow process. And this was, the days before, you could YouTube anything. I had a couple Creative Cow forums and the Avid forums where you could look up your problems. But for the most part, it was, all right, read the manual. Figure out what to do. Figure out all the features, because a program like Media Composer, it's so complex and so deep that there's 50 different ways to do anything, and you just don't know what's available to you. So that's why I won't say it was an enjoyable process, but it definitely made me into a more confident and stronger editor, knowing everything that was involved in the program itself. Because if it's not listed in the manual, it doesn't exist. Because literally every feature, every little icon in the command palette, it's all there and explains how to use it. So, it's not glamorous by any stretch of the imagination. But, it taught me Media Composer. I hope, after, the 5-6 years I've been doing this online, you would trust that I kind of know what I'm talking about with this stuff. I think that 500-page guide is still listed online, or is still online. So I will post a link to that. I think I found it the other day, or a couple months ago when I was starting to write this article that I never got around to finishing. So I'll link that below. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, maybe I'll do some more of these, morning walks, as long as, no neighbors are around. All right, guys. See you in the next video.